Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my Sakazuki deck, which I brought to my locals and won all of this participation packs. As you can see, we have the winner Sentomaru, which is kind of good. Not the winner Bony or a winner Nami, but I'll take it. We also have Jozu with the championship stamp, which is pretty cool, pretty sexy. We got the normal participation packs. You can get for your locals during OPO2, OPO3. We got the more recent ones, which is the Monkey, the Luffy Gear 5. Monkey Luffy, Morgan, and a Bellamy. Pretty cool. I haven't got this once, so going straight to my collections. You also have card sleeves for your Dawn. Not bad. And also comes with a OPO5 pack, which is already shafted. I've got a Farfis and no. Would have been nice if I ended my night with a manga, but it is what it is. Nothing too personal. Right, so what did I rank my locals? So this is a 25 man, yeah, there's about 25 people that showed up today, and I came third. So this is a deck profile for a third place, even though I'm supposed to be the second place. I lost to the only undefeated person that I battled. So there was three of us, and me and him versus each other at the finals, and the other undefeated person match with someone else. So I don't know what happened there. I don't know how I got third place, but it is what it is. I'll take it. But yeah, without further ado, let's put this one away and show you the deck list for Sakazuki. So move this out of the way. First things first, you gotta appreciate the Dawn sleeves. These are Dawn sleeves that I use for every match. So you can see, look at that sexy Nami. So if you have these sleeves, you gain plus 10 distractions for your opponent, and it's really hard for them to concentrate looking at the Dawn sleeves. Alright, so first card that I have in this list, obviously you can already tell it's gonna be the brand new Searcher. So I ran 4 of this, 4 copy of the brand new. You already know what it does. It searches a navy card and then trash the rest. Move this down here, and then I have 1 copy of Mancheri. The reason why is it's really hard to play Mancheri, especially if you get her towards the late game or mid game. It's really hard to play her. There's a lot of combos that you need to consider spending your Dawn with Sakazuki. That's why I'm only playing 1 of her. If I can't play her, worst case scenario is I can use it as a counter. That's why I only have 1 copy of it. I did swap it out with one of the cards that I will show you later. Alright, now with our 2K counters, we have 4-0 Staple, and we do have 4 Tashigi, another staple, and then we do have 2 of the Bartolomeo. Now I'll put this Bartolomeo so you can trash it, bring it back with your Rebecca, which you already know that Rebecca is going to be in this deck list, so it's a must. So we're running about 10 2K counters, which is enough for us to survive like a couple of rounds when it comes to super aggressive decks. Now with the blockers, I have Sabo. Sabo is really great with the yellow matchup. So you can tell his effect doesn't KO your opponents during during the turn and the opponent's turn. It's a great way to play around a Thunderbolt. Speaking of Thunderbolt, Borsalino, same effect. Another staple card for black decks. Again, you can't be KO'd with effects with this one. I'm only running 3 because I feel like Borsalino, if you have 4, it's a bit too much. You're only really using the blockers to set up your late game. When you're, for example, like if you're versing a yellow and you want to set up, you're kind of ahead, and you want to set up for a Kaido, which, spoiler alert, Kaido is on the list. And the last bit of the blocker would be for Rebecca. Rebecca is one of your engine. It's a must. You need to run 4. Otherwise, why are you even playing Sakazuki if you don't run 4? Alright. The next would be Rebecca's bestie, playset of Hina. You already know what Hina does, -4, which is great if you use her to -4 a card during mid game. You can definitely remove that card that you just minus. Speaking of minus, the next card that you use using this combo after the Rebecca Hina combo is most likely Bluchi. So place it to Bluchi. Pretty much on your 8th dawn turn, you KO whatever you minus using your Hina. Now for the big stuff, for the luxury cards, these are the cards that you bring into the late game. So these are my high cost cards that I run. So I've got 3 of the Borsalinos, really good. Can remove any pesky blockers. You also have the 2 cost Kaido. The 2 copies of 10 cost Kaido. This is really good if you can set it up. If you're running out of resources, if you're running out of counters, Kaido can save your hand. So I like to set it up 2 turns before I drop it. I make sure I remove all the cards on the board and just drop the Kaido. Also, don't forget, the effect only activates if your opponent has 3 or less cards on their life. Okay, the last one would be the Mihawk. Originally I use 2 copies of Mihawk, but I feel like it could get too cloggy if you have 2 of him. That's why I'm running 1 copy of Mancherry. So that's the one that I cut. It's really hard to play a hand where you got most of your big cards. Half of your hand will just be like your most expensive cards, and they don't even have counters as well. So that's why I cut them off. Now, with the events, I do have a playset of Great Eruption. Again, this can do so many. It's very flexible to all the cards. So with its effect alone, you -2 a card, and then with your leader ability, you get to -3 the card. Plus, this one can replace itself by drawing a card. If you pair it up with this and your leader, you can pretty much bottom deck any card using Mihawk. So that one, I'll just put it here. And then got a playset of Houndblaze. That's a no-brainer. Just gotta put Houndblaze in there. I'll play that early. Now, this is a recent addition to my deck. 2 copies of 3000 Worlds. I had 2 copies of Sanji Pilaf because I've always find myself starving on resources, during mid to late game, and Sanji Pilaf is the answer that I have for that problem. But it doesn't really I guess contribute into your board. So as Sakazuki, your main goal is to remove cards in the field, right? So realistically, if you can get it to 5 costs or less, you can pretty much reach anything with this card. With all the other cards that you have on your deck, you do have the Great Eruption, you do have your ability, you have Hina. There's so many ways to get a card down to 5 costs. So I'm really enjoying this. So just gonna put them there. And lastly, you can never leave Ice Age. Ice Age, one of the best card for black. -5 any card in the field, and pretty much gone by the time you use this one. All right. So this is the deck that I brought for my locals. So the matchups that I have would be, first round would be Zoro. Zoro, unfortunately he had to match up with me. It's funny because I got 3 of my Rob Lucci very early on. So anything that he plays, I will just remove it on his board. Again, nothing too personal. Just it is what it is. I'm doing what Sakazuki is supposed to do. So first match with Zoro, it was kind of a close game due to the rush characters that he eventually found towards the late game. But with the amount of the cards that I removed, he pretty much don't have anything to answer me back. So that was round 1. Round 2, it's actually someone who went top 52 in the recent nationals, but he was using Iceberg because he's been burned out through the mental stress that he experienced in Nats. So Iceberg was really fun. He managed to win his first round, but against Sakazuki, I just removed everything. I got my 3000 worlds very early on, so he couldn't stay on top of everything, even though he kept he kept bringing cards from his hand. But you know, Iceberg really, it's a tough matchup if you don't know what how Iceberg works. But you know, nothing too personal. That's his thing. He just wanted to have fun, so he brought an Iceberg, and yeah, it was actually a good game. Even though it's a one-sided game, but yeah, we had a really good time. The next match would be against Bello Betty. So Bello Betty was the closest match that I have ever played that night. So all of this, I won 3 games during the tournament. So I won against Zoro, Iceberg, and then Bello Betty. Bello Betty, really, you really need to be careful with Bello Betty. The last time I played a Bello Betty player against a Bello Betty, I got too greedy and I triggered the last 2 lives, and that cost me the game. So this time I managed to kind of keep myself calm and made sure to play my game, play how Sakazuki wants it to play. Remember, your deck is a control deck. You need to take control of the game all the time. So that's one thing that I can advise for players that are trying to play Sakazuki, because if you for 1 second become too aggressive, it will cost you the game, which happened to me a lot of times. I wasted my turn trying to go for a game. You know, I wasn't paying attention on the dawn count. I wasn't paying attention on the cards in hand. I was just going ham. You need to think carefully. You need to read the situation carefully if you're trying to go for a game. I managed to win. I almost lost to Bello Betty, but luckily I did have enough 2k counters in my hand. And my final round is against an Eno. Eno was a tough matchup for me. He triggered a what's his name? He triggered a what's that double attack name? Not Paris. Cracker. He triggered a Cracker out of life. First time I hit him, so he did a double attack on me, and the leader swing as well. So that was pretty rough on my end. Eventually, I managed to take control over the board, but again, I set up everything. I managed to drop the 10 cost Kaido. I've got cards in hand. I got counters. I have 5 big cards on the board. I have my Borsalino. I have my Mihawk. I have my Kaido, and I made sure he stayed on 2 life, because you don't want an NL to go down to 1 life, because that's when you're giving them opportunities to use their cards, such as Yamato or a 200 million volts. I messed up again. I got too greedy. I swung for, unnecessary swung, and nothing too personal. He triggered it, and I that's on me. I lost because I got too greedy. I felt like that today. I felt like the RNG was on my side, so I just swing for the best and wait for his reaction. And again, due to my greediness, it cost me the game. So that's that. Hopefully you find this video somewhat helpful to you if you're a brand new Sakazuki player. Here's a sample of my deck list. I've been running this one since OP05 came out. There's a bit of changes here and there, but I think I'm gonna stick to this one. I feel more comfortable playing this. I feel more control using this deck. There's plenty of counters, there's plenty of blockers on this deck, so for me this is my sweet spot. I just need to get better on the game, I guess. But yeah, nothing too personal. Yeah, so like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.